Hey everybody, my name's Ed. Okay, so we're gonna do some more random comics here. Okay, so this time we have these reprints of Night Nurse. This was an early 70s title that Marvel put out when they were trying to kind of expand their line, do more, girls comics and more, female lead characters and things like that. It didn't last long. It only lasted like about maybe 4 issues or so. But they came out with this because, as you can see, we've got Luke Cage here, Iron Fist, and Jessica Jones and Daredevil. And this is when Netflix were doing their, doing those superhero series. And there was a night nurse character that kind of appeared in all these. She's not exactly quite the same as this character, but we'll get to that. So this character is Linda Carter, and she's like this young girl who becomes a student nurse in a big city. And the comic is really just this kind of like soap opera type drama type thing. It's really not like a superhero or yeah, it's not really a superhero type comic. It's really just like adventures, young girl adventures in the big city, romance and drama and all that type of stuff. So the main character is Linda Carter. Here are her friends, Georgia Jenkins and Christine Palmer. Okay, so they come to the big city, or actually, I should probably explain. Let's go back. You got, she's kind of, sort of, I guess, middle class or upper middle class. Georgia's from the slums, and Christine's kind of like the spoiled rich kid girl. Okay, so they go in, blah blah blah. They go through their things here. Linda kind of meets a young, handsome, successful guy. There's all kinds of trials and tribulations. They go on dates and stuff like this. Christine's dad is trying to convince her to like leave. Similar thing is happening here. George is having these conflicts. There's so much crime and problems in the hood, and she thinks maybe she should go back and help the neighborhood out. Here, the city's having these rolling brownouts and blackouts, and the people in the streets are all mad. The fat cats are getting away with everything, and for some reason these people are mad at the hospital because the hospital has their own generator or whatever. But blah blah blah. There's all these conflicts. There's some suspicious stuff going on here. These guys actually want to plant a bomb on the hospital generator, and the girls are all trying to talk them all out of it. And this one guy shoots a guard, and then it's like, hey, no man, we didn't come here for that. We're here for the people. And this guy's like, no, I'm gonna get money out of this, and somehow. I don't know. But anyway, and the one dude, then this ends up being like Georgia Jenkins' brother. He turns against the terrorist guy or whatever. He gets shot for his trouble. The girls foil the domestic terrorist hippie bomber guy. I also like this bomb here. It is drawn like it looks like just like a brick with some wires on it or something. I don't know. I guess it's supposed to be a package of like plastique or something. I don't know. Anyway, the danger is over, so la di da. And this story is pretty funny. Who's this cover? Is this cover? Does it say? It doesn't say, but it looks like some. It looks like it's probably like John Romita or whatever. Oh, I should probably say the people, the creative team here is Jean Thomas. That's Roy Thomas's wife, and the art is by Winslow Mortimer. So he's like an old school veteran comic book guy. But anyway, on this story here, this girl gets hit by a car. They take her in, la di da. She's got this rich father, and he's like, I'm gonna have my doctor come in, and here's the doctor, whatever, cha cha cha, doing his stuff. And we find out that Christine is going to be the doctor's nurse, and then they actually start dating here. And she's kind of worried about him. He's always trying to get a drink, and it's la di da. And yeah, here he is, kind of stumbling around. So people kind of know something's up with fancy Dr. McGuy here. And other people start getting, worried about it. And Linda kind of gets involved with it, a young orderly. kind of, they start snooping around. They're like, "What's up with Doctor So and So?" And here, here it is. Christine's out with the doctor. Almost causes an accident. All this sort of thing. And, like, here he is sipping from his hip flask. He's taking pills. Why are you taking these pills? Oh, hey, it's everything's fine. And basically, she's trying to cover up for the guy because she's dating with him, but she knows something's wrong, and she knows something's wrong. These other folks, here's Linda and handsome McOrderly dude. I guess, well, never mind. I was going to make a Dr. McDreamy joke, but forget it. All right, and here they somehow get into his house and start snooping around. Like the butler just lets them in, even though he's not there. And they start snooping around. They find out uh, these papers here about auto repair bills and all this sort of thing. And ultimately, they figure out that he's the guy from the beginning of the story that hit the girl in the first place because she was drinking and driving. And here the dad finds out. Here, Christine kind of spills the beans on him. I can't go along with this anymore. And the dad kind of bursts into the hearing, and he goes after the doctor dude, and basically it's over for him. So, and Christine runs off, and la di da. We got the end here. And here, murder stalks Ward 8. This one's not as well. This one's okay too, but this one is basically some dude is thrown in there. At first, they think, "Oh man, his friends, he must have OD'd or whatever." And then it's like, "Oh no, he's been shot." And these guys, see, these are mobster guys or whatever. And here's Georgia Jenkins. She's upset because in the earlier story, her brother actually has to do time, and it's like, oh, the system is so corrupt. What about all the fat cats and the mob guys who get away with everything? But and here's a mob dude here, and she doesn't want to treat the mob dude or anything, but Linda Carter is like, oh well, we have to try to save whoever comes in here. We took an oath, all that sort of thing. And then we find out that people are still after their mob guy. Where are those guards? Cha cha cha. Well, I can't let anybody get shot, even if he is a criminal. I'm gonna hide him away. And then I think, where is it at here? Here come the bad guys. They're gonna shoot somebody. Dr. McOrderly comes in. There's a big fight. Cha cha cha. Dun 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 dun. Do 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 do. And and order is restored. So, oh, this is the head nurse who the bad guys, I guess, have tied up or whatever. All right, and then this is the last issue. This one focuses on Christine Palmer, and she's taken a job to like take care of some dude who's in a wheelchair or whatever, but they live in a creepy old house. This was kind of a throwback to like old mystery movies and stuff like that. So they're in the creepy old house. Ba ba ba. There's a creepy. Nobody wants to go to a house at first, so she has to walk there, I should say. And then, there's the creepy old maid, there's a creepy butler, but here's the actual patient. It's this young dude who's in a wheelchair or whatever. Sorry, excuse me. And, the power's always going out, and they're all walking around. Everybody's acting shady. Christine looks outside, and she's always seeing these weird lights and stuff out there by the shore or whatever. And anyway, she's trying to tend to him, blah, 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 whatever, whatever, whatever. And again, it's just all kinds of suspense and creepiness, and everybody's acting shady. Oh no, the wheelchair is falling apart. And oh no, we're having accidents. Oh, there's the weird lights, and oh no, almost another accident. Something's going on here. And here's Christine trying to get to the bottom of things. Who's been walking out here? Cha 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 cha. And then we actually figure out, oh, hidden panels and all this sort of thing in the house, right? So again, something out of like an old 30s or 40s movie. But then she kind of figures out, hey, it's been this dude all along. See, here are your shoes with mud on. You actually can walk. And it turns out this guy has had this whole sort of thing going on where he's smuggling drugs, and that's what the lights were and everything. So he's about to, get rid of Christine, and then the old people come save her. And they save her by throwing the wheelchair at the young guy or whatever, and he falls off the cliff. Okay, so that's the early '70s, right? Nobody sees anything of Night Nurse again until what is it? The early 2000s. So Brian Michael Bendis brings her back in Daredevil, and I guess this is supposed to be Linda Carter. And the deal here is she is a nurse that fixes up, vigilante superheroes. If you're here, Spider-Man, Spider-Man, Captain America, Daredevil, whatever, you get hurt out on the streets, she'll patch you up. Are you the Night Nurse? So this is kind of what we got. We got sort of that version of the character in the Marvel Netflix series. But just to go through this here, this is actually some really interesting art by Alex Maleev. He clearly uses a lot of photo references and models and stuff like that. I thought this was funny. We're here in the office here. What's going on with these sexy boots? Like, I wonder, the model he got for this, did he not want to go out and buy an actual nurse outfit? He probably went to like the Halloween store and got sexy nurse or something like that. Cause cute boots, man, stiletto boots or whatever. And oh, that's another funny thing too. Let me go through here. We have Daredevil, or sorry, we've got Elektra here, and Black Widow's there, and this is Daredevil's wife at the time. Blah blah blah. They're all there. The FBI's out to get Daredevil and everything like that. So all these people start showing up. The hands show up. There's gonna be a big fight, and Luke Cage and Iron Fist get involved. Again, sexy boots on my ninja person. I'm like, what? Come on. I just think he could have done a better job of getting something that a little bit more. I hate to say comics accurate, but just something that made some sort of sense. Like the point being, Elektra's like a ninja, and in no version of this character does she run around in go-go boots, stiletto go-go boots. I mean, hey, I like sexy women's boots and stilettos and all that stuff, but I like it when it's making some sort of sense, right? Okay. Anyway, without getting into all the details of this minor issue or whatever, but that's basically the version we get in the Netflix series. It's actually the Netflix series. It's Claire Templeton smushed together, kind of an amalgamation of Claire Templeton, who was a nurse or a doctor from the old Luke Cage series, and the Linda Carter, Daredevil vigilante nurse type character. That's who we got in the Netflix series. I think they brought back. I don't think I've read it. I haven't actually. I know I haven't read it. But I think they brought back Linda Carter for a Doctor Strange, and she was part of Doctor Strange's supporting cast for a moment, or a romantic person. But in the Doctor Strange movie, instead of using Linda Carter, they used Christine Palmer for some reason. So that's kind of interesting. So all right, so that's basically it. I gotta thank you guys for watching. I do appreciate it, and everybody have a great day. Let's see here. Oh no.